forget to subscribe. Hi guys, hello, good afternoon, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Ooh. So guys, you are all welcome, and if you're just joining, please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and subscribe. And I want to welcome back all our old subscribers. See now, the baby girl is getting back in shape, small. So guys, back to our gist. As I was saying the last time, like, I've been trying to compile this video, but oh my god, it has been crazy. If I say it has been crazy, it has really been crazy, because if I'm shooting, then you will hear wow. If it's not wow, it will be Xander. But thank god we are here today. So let's just quickly wrap it up before I go for school runs. So guys, as I was saying in my last video, I was already 39 weeks and 6 days. So I had my midwife appointment on the 26th, and she was surprised I haven't given birth. She was like, oh, you this lady, you're still here. I was like, oh, that's me, I'm still here. And she did the normal routine checkup, my blood pressure, everything was actually normal. So she advised that, oh, hope I don't mind, that she needs to do my do the vaginal examination. Guys, that thing can be painful. I don't like it. Like, I actually, when you are constantly contracting, I don't like vaginal examination. I don't like it at all. It's very painful. So back to the main gist. So I looked at my husband, because he was there with me. I looked at it, I was like, wait, oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually having this right now. But I think one reason, the advantage of it is that it helps with your contraction, it helps to keep labor, it helps to keep things going. So I just said, oh, let's do it. So I said, okay, let's do it. So she did the vaginal examination, and she wasn't like, oh wow, your cervix is opened, is like 3 cm. She said it's like 3 cm. That's like perfect 3 cm. That was what she said. So she suggested that I should keep doing my normal walks, exercise, everything I'm doing. I should just keep doing it. But the funniest part is cervix is open. I was not actually having contraction. That was just it. So when we got home that night, I had a bit of my mucus plug. It was actually out. And I showed my husband, this is it, I saw this, and she was like, okay. And he was like, okay, let's hope the contractions improves, and let's hope it keeps coming. Just let's be hopeful, let's pray. And I was like, okay, that's fine. That was actually 26. Remember I said 20, that was actually 26. On the 27th, I started having contraction, but still it was not regular, but I was having contraction, and it was not that much. And on the 28th, a friend of mine called me, and she was like, oh, Kathy, Alpha, blah blah blah. We talked, and she was like, hey, you this woman that your stomach is this big, because it was on a video call. She was like, with this your big stomach, I just hope you won't give birth today. And the thing is, I was actually feeling the pressure, because the baby is really down the head. Like, I could feel the pressure down there. And I just told her that I'm actually tired. At that point, I was tired, because I was not doing anything. I couldn't sleep well. If I want to turn, it's always as if something is turning me. I have to, like, sometimes I literally carry my tummy up just to stand up, because as I'm standing on, my husband was just telling me, like, he's just telling me sorry. Sometimes he will even ask me, what can I do for you? I will just tell him, there's nothing you can do for me. Just sleep, just let me be. And I can't shout at him. Sometimes I would just be like, oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? Because I couldn't, this pregnancy is just by God's grace. I could never have imagined myself in that position like a year ago. I could never. My thing was like, oh, I'm going to get my body back in shape, then class, pregnancy happens. What would I do? So on the 29th of December in the morning, I was having some contraction. I felt it was kind of regular, but all of a sudden it stopped coming. I just told my husband that I'm tired. This baby, I just said, if this baby did not come now, she should just wait. She should just wait till January, because I want to shout Happy New Year. I don't want to be carried. I don't want to be struggling between hospital and the baby. I don't want that. I just want to shout Happy New Year. It should just come by January. That was what I told my husband, that this one I'll be like, if you see what I thought this baby was going to come December 25th. I already bought my first Christmas. I bought the dress, I bought everything. I was so angry that the baby didn't turn up 25th. But all thanks be to God. In fact, I got a gift from church. A lady, I got a gift from church. She's a sweet lady. She gave me the Christmas the baby suits. My first Christmas, it was a gift I got in church. I was hoping this baby would actually wear it, but colors, no. So back to the gist. So on the 20, so when I told my husband, I was, so after my gist with my husband, I was just like, oh, let me just keep going. So I went to I strolled down my street. I walked down my street. There was this cinema very close to my street. I started climbing the stairs. Like I was going down the stairs. I went to my friend's house. I did not even knock at the door. It was a staircase. I went to climb a staircase because the stairs are very high and can be really tiring. So I went to climb that stairs. I told my husband, don't follow me, don't worry, let me just do my thing. So I was the only one doing the work, and it was at home with the kids. And when I got home, I was so tired. I said I wanted to sleep. Then I slept, and I woke up later. I woke up with the pain of contraction, but it was not that intense. So I felt maybe this is it, and it might be it, and it might be not it. And that night, around 11 p.m. at night, the contraction was kind of intense. I just told my husband, but it was still not regular. So I just told him that, babe, let's go to bed. Then if we need to go to the hospital, then we'll give them a call. So we went to bed, and I was still I was going in and out of the toilet. I was just moving about. I couldn't sleep. My husband was just there. He was playing something, or we were playing music, but I couldn't just sleep. I was in pain. But because it was not regular, I don't want us to go to the hospital. It's not easy driving from my house to the hospital. Is like 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes. So I don't want us to be going back and forth. I just felt, when it's regular, let's go to the hospital. And if I'm going to give birth in the car, let it be. That was what I told my husband. That if I'm going to give birth to this baby in the car, so let it be. Just let's go to bed. When it was around 3 a.m., I couldn't take it anymore. My husband was already sleeping. I had to wake him up. Papa, babe, please stand up. We need to give them a call. So we called them, and they asked, how is the contraction? What's the interval? So we told them everything. And okay, she said, okay, I should bring my bag. She just started coming to the hospital. So when we got to the hospital, and I was admitted, and the midwife that came to that, in fact, that was what annoyed me the most. That came to check me, and I was feeling that I already thought that, oh, with this type of contraction I'm having, I should be like around 5 cm, like very good 5 cm. My cervix should have opened to that extent. And I was surprised after she checked me. She was like, oh, you are now 2 cm. You're not 2 cm, like very good 2 cm. I was so angry that, why will I be 2 cm? I kept my cool. I looked at my husband. I tried to like signal to him that, babe, don't say anything, because I know my husband. You will surely want to. I told him not to actually say anything. I said, okay, you know what? Let's walk around the hospital. Let me do more exercise. I was in pain, but the truth is, this pregnancy, God has really given me the grace. Like, I had this grace. I was able to hold my pain. The normal me, I can't bear pain. I don't know how to. I don't have that threshold. My threshold for pain is very low. So I don't know how I was actually able to do it. I just told him, I said, let's walk around the hospital. So what is it? Can you allow me talk? So I just told him, let's walk around the hospital, and we did. We dropped our coats, and also we walked. I was having contraction. And we have sometimes that we have. Instead of me to take the lift, I took the stairs just to help with the labor. But my husband was actually kind of angry that the lady that checked me the other time, that she did not actually know what she was saying. But I just told him, just let it be. Let's wait till morning. Till morning, that was around, as I'm talking, that was around like 6 a.m. I couldn't hold it anymore, but I was still trying. So by 7:30, after they did their handing over, so my husband went to meet the head nurse or the midwife, the person that is actually ending the shift for that day. So my husband had to go and meet them that you people need to attend to this woman. She's in pain. She has been contracting she has been having very good contraction. The lady now said, okay, I should go in. So immediately she checked me. She was like, wow, you are due to go into the labor room, because I was already 6 c.m. Very good 6 c.m. She said, okay, we need to call the labor room that you're ready. So they asked me, do I want water beds or the normal one? I said, okay, let me go into the water first, because my friend that had her home delivery earlier on, she told me that the water actually helps you to relax more. So I said, okay, let me give it a try. So they called for them to prepare the pool for me and her. And guys, so this is what you're going to be watching now. That was assigned to me for that day. I asked her that, when am I going to leave this pool? When is she going to check me again? So she said she's going to check me after like 2 hours, when I've spent 2 hours in the pool. And so after then, I was actually checking. Oh God, this pain was actually much. I was crying, but I was trying to like reserve my energy. I didn't want to shout, I didn't want to scream, just to reserve the energy for the delivery. That was what I was trying to do. I was just trying to keep my cool. So after 2 hours, I now asked her. So what baffles me most was I now asked her that, it was actually my husband that asked the question that, okay, how are they going to deliver the baby? So she now said, oh, then when I get the urge to push, then I should tell her, then I should push, then I have to pull down the baby. That was how I screamed. I looked at my husband, I looked at her, I was like, okay, in my mind I just told myself that after she finished checking me at that 2 hours, I am not going back into that pool, because I can't imagine myself pulling down a baby. I'm not a midwife, I'm not a nurse. I think it's like they think that we Africans, we have this kind of strength. I just said, no, I'm not going to pull out this baby by myself. I didn't tell her. I was saying it in my mind that I am not going to pull out this baby myself. I just looked at myself. So I told my husband I wanted to go to the toilet, so he took me to in fact, my husband this guy, he has done the most unimaginable things. He has done it for me. The things he did that day, I used to ask myself, can I do it for another person? I don't think so. He was not washing me up. He was doing everything for me. In fact, throughout this pregnancy, my husband he has been my support system. If not for him, God knows this pregnancy would have actually been somehow, because it was hell. But God gave us the strength. We asked for strength and God gave us the strength. And my husband were able to pull through. So back to the discussion. So after I came out of the pool, so she checked me. And she said I was already 7 c.m. But my husband felt I should have passed 7 c.m. because, believe me, at that point, I was already feeling the urge to push. But there's something about me. My water has never broken before. They used to break my water at the point of delivery. So I have never experienced any my water has broken. I've never experienced it before. But at the point of delivery, that's when they break my water. So my husband told her my past history, but she was like, they have to wait. She was like, oh, that she can't burst the water. They have to wait for the water to break itself before they can do anything. I just immediately I stood up from where I was like, oh, you have to burst this water. If you did not burst this water won't break. That was what I told her. You have to burst this water. And believe me, she said okay, she has to ask for permission. She went to ask for permission and she did. Immediately she burst that water. After 15 minutes, I felt the urge to push. In fact, I get water.
I mean, you want to leave your hands? You can do it just now, just... There's no feature in it or we have to push it out now. Me,
Come on, Kafai, this is the last one. You choose one more and you'll have your baby. That's it. Keep that coming.
Okay. I think I'm deliver it totally now.
Keep that coming. Keep that coming.
Honey, yeah, push it.
Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, that's
You're there.
fine.
You're there.
Can't just go.
Keep that coming.
Okay, that's fine.
Keep that coming. Just try and relax your legs. Try and relax your legs. Come on, fight. We need a bit
What do you
of
mean?
push. This baby's there now.
Oh, yeah, I can just pick it up
Come
now.
on. Come on, nice and big push. Nice big push. Just going to call for some help. This baby is taking a little while just to come.
You can actually deliver it.
Come on, big push. Big push.
Guys, the head of my baby was hanging in between my legs. I was not having contraction again to push. I did not have the strength to push, and they were telling me to push. In fact, that day was chaotic. I bless God. I bless God for safe delivery. That day was actually chaotic. Baby was hanging, the head, imagine, the neck, it was hanging in between my legs. I was already tired. I can't push again. And she was telling me to push. At that point, we couldn't actually do anything. They had to pull the emergency buzzer, and all the nurses and that's one good thing I love about this place. They used to have staffs on ground for any, there are always staffs on ground for any emergency. So she put the emergency buzzer, and that was how everyone came in. So they had to raise up my leg. They had to do so many things to maneuver just to bring out the baby. So I can't remember the name for that process. There's a name they call it. So that was how they were able to bring out the baby. And guess what? My baby didn't cry. I was like, I looked at my husband. What is happening? Why is my baby not crying? I was already screaming, like, even though I was tired, I was screaming, like, I was not like screaming like, hey, Bamio, no, I was not doing that. I was actually talking to my children, my baby. So the lady, she carried the baby. They looked at them, so what's happening? So she carried the baby. She had to like tap, and so when I just heard the first cry, that, oh, thank God, my baby is crying. I was so happy. This boy. Thank God my baby is crying, so they gave me the baby, and I was asked to like do skin to skin, breastfeed her. So I did that, and the most unimaginable thing happened again. The thing I dread most, the thing that gave me trauma when I had Xander, it happened again. I started crying. They gave me the injection for me to be able to deliver this placenta. I was given that injection. But still, this placenta did not come out. I was on that bed. I was shaking. I asked them to just cover me. They covered me with two dressing gown. I was so tired, and they tried all the. In fact, I had the best ends on ground that day. God, that day was actually. It was not man. It was God's work. God was actually at work that day. Everything was so perfect. Everything was so perfect. So they had to call the consultant to come and check on the baby, so that probably if there's any dislocation on the shoulder, because that was actually how they were able to deliver her. They had to pull, I don't know how they call it, they had to pull out the shoulder. No, the shoulder, when the head was, a part of the shoulder was actually out with the head, so but the body was still inside, and I was not having contraction, so they had to like pull out. I can't remember how they did it for them to pull the baby out, and so they called the consultant to come and check the baby is fine. If the baby is fine, there is no dislocation.
So
Should we get you back to mommy? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh god. Your arms are gonna ache.
And after they gave me an injection for the placenta, I was asked to wait for a few minutes. Guess what? This placenta refuses to come out. That was the same thing that happened during Xander. That was actually the same thing that happened during Xander. I had placenta retention. My placenta was inside of me Xander's one was like over 4 hours. So I was just lying down there. I was crying. I was praying. I just told my husband, let's keep praying. So we started praying. I was I was crying, I was praying. So they called them from the theater. They called them from the theater. So they came inside. The lady tried, okay, so she said, okay, she's going to try to use her hand to pull it out. There's a way she can. So she tried to do it. She tried to maneuver it, but it was not coming out. And they didn't actually want. And as God would have it that day, I did any bleeding, nothing. They were checking, nothing. I was not bleeding, nothing. And I was happy because I told my husband, my husband said something to me. When my husband asked me that, why am I crying? I said, I'm crying because of the pain and all the, like, not that I'm thinking anything will happen. I just told my husband, I know God has perfected everything, that everything is perfect. I was just telling God, I told God something that I said, God, I know you are a perfect God. Don't do things halfway. So, okay, the doctor now said, the doctor now said, what they are going to do right now is they are going to prepare the theater for me and take me to the theater. They are going to give me spinal anesthesia. So the doctor said they're going to take me to the theater, give me spinal anesthesia, and they're going to bring out the placenta. So that was how as they were taking me to the theater, we prayed and I went to the theater. Guys, all these things I spent for the placenta spent more than 4 hours. I gave birth 1 p.m. I was able to see my baby again around 6 at night. So I was just so tired. So everybody was calling. My parents were so we didn't. Finally, I gave at 1 p.m. But we didn't call anyone that have given birth. We're just waiting for me to come out of the theater so that we can call our parents, people back home that have given birth. I didn't even tell any of my neighbors.
Okay, mommy, hi.
So when I got back from the theater, my mom called and I just started crying. Like I was really weeping. My dad, everyone called. My mother-in-law called. I was weeping, and because at that point I don't know what would have happened. I don't know, because I was just thinking about everything, the baby not coming out very well, the placenta. I was just crying, and I was just giving God all the glory. I was just giving God all the glory. It was just God. Everything that happened that day was just God. If not for God, you won't see me. If not for God, you won't see me. If not for God, we won't all be here today, and I won't be here speaking to you guys. So please, if you know you're just joining my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Click on that button and subscribe. So guys, let me introduce you to Romy. This is Romy. Romy is here. This is our latest addition. Meet our latest addition. Her names are Romy Eniola Ali Balogun. Catch you guys later. Bye.